Xenadu 1.0 installs on top of Ubuntu 8.04 Server. Start by booting the machine with the server install CD in the drive. Choose your language and configure your keyboard. I've chosen to manually identify my keyboard. I'm using a USA 101 key keyboard. Portions of this video have been accelerated. The machine I am creating is called Citizen. Set the host name. I'm in the Eastern Time Zone. For best performance with Xenadu, use Linux Volume Management, LVM. For now, accept the Ubuntu defaults. We will modify this configuration once we reboot. There's only one drive in my system, so write the changes to the drive. The default is to create one boot partition and one LVM partition. The LVM partition contains two logical volumes called root and swap1. Once we reboot, we will shrink the root volume to make space for new Xenadu guests. LVM makes this process really easy. The Ubuntu system takes several minutes to install, but this process has been compressed in this video. Once the system has largely been installed, create a non-root administrator called Xenadu. Xenadu is the full name and the username. Set a strong password and remember it for later. Use a proxy if you're going to perform multiple installs. For now, I use no proxy. By default, we will install OpenSSH server. Xenadu relies on SSH to automate certain administrative tasks. Now the machine is ready to reboot. Do not remove the CD. We will boot from the CD in rescue mode next time. At the boot prompt, type rescue and hit enter. This is the rescue kernel. Once again, choose your language and configure your keyboard. Rescue mode loads components from the CD. It's important that we do not mount the hard drive because we will be resizing it. For consistency, I use the same host name as before. Now, hit Alt F2 to switch to a new terminal. We now have access to a prompt. LVScan displays the root and swap volumes. The root volume is currently 7.2 gigabytes. First, use fsck with the -f flag to fix any errors on the file system on the root volume. Next, resize the root file system to 2 gigabytes. We must shrink the root file system before shrinking the root volume. Finally, LV resize the root volume to 2 gigabytes. Now LVScan shows that the root volume is 2 gigabytes. PVScan shows that there are 5.2 gigabytes free in the physical volume. We will need that space for new Xenadu guests. Simply reboot with Ctrl-Alt-Delete at this point. Now, our hardware has been minimally configured and we are ready to install Xenadu. The general process can be applied to as many hardware nodes as you have available. The only prerequisite for Xenadu is Ubuntu 8.04 Server.